I like Claressa. I want to see what's going to happen with Claressa.
Oh, we didn't even mention that. I forgot about her.
Oh my God! First of all, she should be ranked. She should be ranked in the pound for pound top 5. She should be in the ranking. The reason why is because she's a 3-division world champion, 4-division world champion, and she's a 2-time gold medalist. Bro, come on. Like, just because she's a girl, they're good. Not gonna, but nah, bro. I think she beats up a lot of guys. Honestly, I think she beats up a lot of guys. I'm being honest. Like, I've seen this girl. She's a problem. Like, she's a problem. So it's very interesting to see how her fight's gonna play out in mixed martial arts, because she's in camp over there in New Mexico with Wink. Yeah, with Holly Holm and John Wink and John Jones and those guys over there. So I think, now granted, you're not going to learn everything overnight, but if you give her enough time, I think if she gets at least 6, 7, 8 months of training, and really, it's really the ground I'm worried about, the ground and the leg strikes. Because one thing that I know about fighting, being around all these fighters and training with all of these guys, when I go to a training camp for boxing, when I go to a training camp for mixed martial arts, the difference in the training is, what I've noticed right away is, when you're standing up with another guy and you're in mixed martial arts, you're mentally prepared for everything that he could throw, whether it's a punch, it's a kick, or he's lunging in for a takedown. But in boxing, a guy is not even worried about that. He's just standing right here, and that's it. We're gonna figure this thing out up here. When you're in mixed martial arts and they're training, that's what you're focused on. So her mind has to be less worried about standing up and worried about what's going to happen over there, and that requires your base to be a little bit more wider, so that you're not taken down, or you could check those kicks. You know what I mean? And she has to start preparing herself to get out of that boxing stance fully, and just lower, her base a little bit more, and be ready for a takedown. And if this goes to the ground, you're most likely going to be the one that's on your back, and then that's where most people panic, because they're not used to being on their back. So it's interesting to see how. So I hope that they're training her and teaching her how to get, because the first thing somebody's going to do when she gets in there is going to try to take her down, and she's going to be on her back. And
like James Toney and Randy Couture.
We've seen this happen. How many times have we seen this happen, bro? We've seen this happen. So and they get on their back, and they all start panicking. So we got, hopefully she learns things, how to fight off of her back, and not just how to fight being on top of somebody,
Yeah, actually, we have an interview on our channel. I just did it today with Misha Tate, talking about Claressa Shields and her move. And Tate sort of, summarized it there, that you can't get any better training than going to Jackson Wink, because Holly Holm did this exact same thing, coming over from boxing, going to MMA. And she didn't there was no PFL back then, but she did Legacy. She got to build up her name there, get a couple highlight reel finishes, and then jumped over. And what happened? She ended up going on to beat Ronda Rousey. So there you go. I mean, we'll see what the potential is. But I think I'm excited. Like, I love, like, even before, she made this move, I mean, just the idea of her coming over was sort of teased, and I was like, this is cool. So I think the more the merrier, and good to see she gets
brave, bro. She is not scared.
She's young. She's not like she's in her, like, I wouldn't even say she's in her prime. I'd say she's even before it. Like, she's what, 25, 26, I think.
Yeah, she's tough, bro. She's brave. She's smart, and she's just a dog, bro. Like, oh my God. If she was a dude, I'll put it to you this way: if Claressa was a guy, that's all we'd be talking about in fighting right now, in boxing at least, because and I hate that that's what it is, because it's like they should just be talking about her, because she's a bad motherfucker. Like, there's no other way of saying it. She is a bad motherfucker, bro. And I think about it like this: everybody goes from mixed martial arts to boxing. Nobody goes from boxing to mixed martial arts. That lets you know everything you need to know about her. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Nobody does that. So for her to do that in her prime as a world champion right now, because most guys are over the hill when they decide to jump to MMA. But her, she ain't scared. She's not scared. So good luck to her in this transition. I'm looking forward to seeing it. And I'm excited to see her.